Wonderful. Well, welcome to my room, and this is my new chair. And today I wanted to make a video talking about 5 core principles that I have been applying in the last 2 weeks that have radically changed my whole outlook, my productivity, my sense of focus, my sense of flow has been insane. And this is what I want to call my personal warrior code going forward. These are 5 rules that I will live by when I want to embody that warrior archetype. So the first one is the principle of essentialism. Okay? So this one's been huge. Simply put, this means, no pun intended, but simplifying. Simplifying down. Massively reducing clutter ruthlessly. If something is not absolutely essential, cut it out. Cut it out. Just get rid of it. You don't need it. Less is more. Principle number 2. Flowing on from essentialism, we have finishing things. Now this one has been maybe even a bigger game changer than number 1, especially for reducing cognitive load. Now if you don't know what that means, essentially it just means, you know how computers have RAM? It essentially just means the amount of memory and processing power that you have in the moment dedicated towards any number of things. So if you've got a lot of stuff on your mind, you don't have much room to think about new information. So finishing things is a great way to clear the clutter out of your mind, because I'll tell you why. The brain hates open loops. It doesn't like it. So your task is to close as many as you can, because here's why. We think that we can multitask, but we actually can't. We do not like to have multiple things running at the same time, because when it gets too much, we start to get overwhelmed. And just like a computer, when you start to load new programs onto that computer, the whole thing starts to freeze up and shut down. That's like burnout, right? So try and finish as many things as possible. For me, this looked like going through my notes tab and committing everything to an archive, putting it into categories, deleting notes, deleting photos, deleting ChatGPT chats. But it also looks like in the moment, if I start a YouTube video, I'm finishing it, and I'm not going to go on to anything else until it's done. Okay? So I don't just start a bunch of things and then leave a bunch of open loops in my mind. I do myself the grace of actually finishing things, closing the loops, putting them away. And so that one actually flows on perfectly to number 3, which is the principle of doing one thing at a time, okay? And doing it to completion. So this pairs well with number 2. Number 3, doing one thing at a time to completion. So what does that mean? It's very similar to number 2, but instead of just finishing things, it means you're only going to do one thing at a time. So if I'm working on my computer, I've only got one tab open at a time, the current task that I'm doing. I don't have 20 tabs open, because my mind is going to be switching. Even if I'm trying to just dial in on one thing, naturally my mind is going to be switching between all sorts of different things. My attention is going to be going, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? So if I'm doing work, I'm just doing work. Phone is on airplane mode, it's out of the way. If I'm filming a YouTube video, I'm just filming a YouTube video. I'm not eating my dinner, I'm not thinking about what I have to do tomorrow. Same thing, phone's on airplane mode, out of the way in the drawer. And this another one, multitasking, we cannot do it. This is another huge one where it's like, multitasking just doesn't work. If you try and do many things at one time, our brain does not like to attempt that, and you shouldn't do it. Okay, beautiful. That's point number 3. Point number 4 on my personal warrior code is, I think this is the most important one, so take notes. If something takes less than 3 minutes to do it now. Seriously, do it now. You don't want to let small little tasks pile up. What's a good example of this? It's like, I have to, so you're out, you're on a walk, maybe you're at a cafe, and you think of something that you have to do later. Maybe you think of something that you have to do next week. And so you think, okay, I have to put that into my calendar. I have to put that into my Google Calendar. And instead of just putting it into your Google Calendar on the spot, you go into your Notes app and you add it to a list of to-dos. Put this into my calendar. Firstly, you could have, the time it took you to do that, to put it into your Notes app, the same time it would have taken to just do the fucking thing. So do it. But also, when you add it to your list, it's just another thing that's clogging up that cognitive load. And so your task is to, when a new little task comes into your sphere, and it's like one of those little ones, your job is to, bat that away instantly, like a samurai, As soon as it enters your sphere, demolish it on the spot. You're done. So you want to get good at that. As soon as something comes in, boom, out. Comes in, boom, out. It's like judo, It's like something comes in, nope, out. Hey, can you just send this email to this person? Boom, done. It's all good. It's all done. I don't have to think about it. It's not on the list. Okay? Okay, 5. The 5th principle, which is the last principle, is the principle of making imperfect decisions. Making any decision is better than no decision. And the goal is forward motion. We want to keep forward motion. Why? Why do we want to keep forward motion? Because inertia leads to entropy. In other words, when we stop, when we slow down, that's inertia. It's like we had momentum, but now we've stopped. And when something comes to rest, that's when it starts to decay and fall apart. So we have the most life when we have the most momentum and forward motion. And so I think one of the best things that we can learn to do for ourselves is to embrace the art of making imperfect decisions in the moment and simply committing to them and not sacrificing movement and momentum for this ideal of perfection or like making the right decision or the perfect decision. Now it is like a balance because you do have to spend some time. Sometimes it's appropriate to reflect and to, I'm not saying make reckless decisions, still make considered decisions, but there's a point at which it's like, okay, am I actually just postponing making a decision because I'm scared of making the wrong one? Or I'm scared of whatever actions that decision might entail? Am I, maybe there's not going to be any incremental gain from thinking about this more. Maybe I simply just need to commit to something and be done with it. This is what I'm doing. I don't want to think about it anymore. That's what we do. We consider all the information and then we make a snap judgment. That's what a decision is, whether you like it or not. And there's no such thing as a perfect one. So, yeah. And then a little bonus one for you, because I'm just so kind, is this one's huge. Don't soothe discomfort or frustration. Don't soothe it. And now I can't really speak because I just had a big bowl of ice cream. But did I say I was perfect? No. But this one's huge, yeah. Don't soothe your discomfort or your frustration. You want to allow it to come up and then channel it. Because when you think about it, the frustration, the discomfort, that's raw energy. And let's be honest, it's not nice to sit with frustration, because we're not supposed to sit with it. That energy that comes up, that frustration, that restlessness, is raw life energy that's supposed to be channeled into something. But we were never taught to channel it. At least I was never taught to channel it. Mostly I was taught to suppress it. So it's like, I feel this, I don't know what to do with it, I want to get rid of it, I'm going to eat ice cream. I'm going to do any number of pleasurable or indulgent activities to make myself not feel this level of raw discomfort and restlessness, rather than realize that this is a signal that's compelling me to act, and it wants to be channeled into something creative. So get into the habit of, remove the things that soothe the frustration. So remove social media, remove sugar, remove alcohol, weed, porn, video games, junk food, whatever it is that puts you into that numb, comfortable state. Take that away, and I bet you will see naturally you start to feel a level of frustration or a restlessness that comes up in the absence of that thing. It's like an itchiness. Sometimes it's anger. But you're not just going to sit with it. It's not just like, oh great, now I get to feel all this. No, you're going to channel that into work, and it's going to feel incredible, okay? This is your fuel. People always say, oh, I'm not motivated, bloody blah. But you don't have to be motivated, because everyone has this energy. It's just the result of removing the distractions. It's the distractions and the pleasure and the comforts which are numbing your motivation. That's all it is. In the absence of that, you have no choice but to do something with the energy that's there. So yeah, this is basically my 5 rules for my personal warrior code. My 5 rules for embodying the warrior archetype in my day-to-day. And I think as people in the world, but also specifically as Christians, we aren't called to be complacent. One of my favorite virtues is the virtue of a meekness, which is often misunderstood to mean weak, complacent, or kind of soft or timid. Meekness literally meant a warhorse under discipline. So it's actually having access to that holy rage, the holy fire, the holy anger. It's having pure access to that. It's not numbing it, it's allowing it to be there, but disciplining it, bridling it like a horse. It's like, what Jordan Peterson says, it's like you have to become a monster first, and then you have to tame it. It's the same thing, whether or not you like Jordan Peterson or not. That's questionable. But it's the same principle. It's like there is a fire in you that is the source of all of your life and passion and intensity and ferocity. And we need to stay connected to it. But that's not the only thing. We can't just stay connected to it, but let it run wild. No, because that is actually a way of trying to escape it as well, when we let it spill into the world. what we really need is the virtue of meekness is really about being so present with that energy that we have it completely integrated, and we can still be, the warrior in the garden, not the gardener in the war. We can be the war horse, but we can keep ourselves under discipline at the same time. So I'll leave that there because I think I said a lot. But yeah, I'm interested. If there's anything that you feel that I missed, I would love to know as well, because I'm trying to develop these virtues in myself. And if there's something that kind of fits into this category, but you feel like I missed it out, please comment below. I want to read about it. But yeah, other than that, please like the video if you found this helpful. Definitely helps my channel grow. It's in its baby stages right now, and I want it to become something big and build a community and an audience. And yeah, please, subscribe. Even if you never watch my videos again, just have me there in that list that you never even look at anyway. Helps my channel, helps get the message out to other people who might want to see it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. If you have any great ideas or something that you'd want to hear my perspective about, then drop them in the comments, and I'll add them to my little list of video ideas. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next one.